So these are two caribou here at Riverview Park and Zoo. We have two females. Their names are Marley and Margaret. Our caribou here, they might look a little shaggy right now. It's because they're shedding their winter coat. So they do have a thicker overcoat that they have for winter that keeps them warm. And now they have a lighter undercoat that keeps them cooler in the summer. They're also regrowing their antlers right now. So our caribou, the females, they typically keep their antlers longer than males do. So ours actually lost them a bit earlier than they normally would this year from sparring. So normally they would lose them in May, but they lost them a bit earlier in the spring.
Yeah, when we were coming in here and they were moving around, I could hear this like clicking sound. What was that?
Yeah, so that's a tendon in their back leg that slides over bone, and that clicking sound helps when there's low visibility in a snowstorm. It helps keep the herd together.
Oh, okay. So are these guys from up north originally?
Yeah, so caribou actually have one of the largest home ranges of any mammal in North America, so they travel a really long time to migrate, but they do spend a lot of time in Northern America.
They're pretty cool. Do they live in like really big packs, or are they just like with a small family?
Yeah, they typically live in really big herds. They also have hooves that are split, and those hollow hooves actually help them dig lichen out of the ground. So in the wintertime when the lichen's hidden under snow, it helps them to dig it up.
Do they have like one baby?
Yeah,
like
they'll
a horse?
typically have one calf at a time.
One calf at a time. And look at that, their antlers are fuzzy.
Yeah, so when they regrow their antlers, they actually have a layer of velvet on top of them. That helps to bring blood supply to the antlers. That helps with the growth, and they will shed that velvet at the end of the summer when their antlers are done growing, just before they would shed the whole antler. And the males will lose their antlers in December, and females will typically lose them in May. The drawing's turning out pretty well. Are you focusing mostly on the one in the front, or a mixture of the two?
Yeah, I'm really looking at the one in the front.
Yeah, so I believe the one in the front is Margaret, and the one in the back is Marley.
Margaret, what a great name. And so they must like the winters as well, because you guys are open in the winter.
Yes, we are. We are open 365 days a year from 8:30 to dusk.
As a children's book illustrator and illustrator of lots of fashion events and things, what is it about the caribou that you like drawing?
Well, I just really love looking at animals in general. They're just so beautiful, like the way that they're made, their details. And yeah, I just really love drawing the natural world, because it's probably my favorite thing, animals and trees and nature, because they're just so, I don't know, there's just something so beautiful about them. Okay, now I can add some watercolor. So they've got so many different colors in them. So do a little bit of that reddy orange. Something about drawing from life as well and from nature is that it's a really excellent way to get to know something. Just like a lot of scientists in the field will go out and study plant life and animal life, and to study it and get to know it, they would actually draw it. So it's not like drawing it to be an artist, but rather drawing it to record the information and get to know it. I like drawing as a tool for study as well. You can really get to know something because you have to look at it very closely to be able to draw it. Yeah, they're beautiful. And here I'm using to color this in, it's technically like watercolor, so it's water soluble crayons. It's just easier than using like a watercolor palette.
Cool.
But it acts the same way. This whole thing is filled with water, and then I squeeze it a little and it gives me the water. There are so many details. I could work on this for hours. Hey, where'd you guys go?
Our caribou also just had biopsies taken from them, tissue samples taken, so they can be part of a biobanking project. Once a year, all the animals here, they have their routine checkups once a year, and they get any vaccinations and medical health checks that they need. And during that, they take a biopsy, and that material is saved in a cryobank forever. So the tissue from these two individuals has already been used, I think, in some studies, and that biobank has been used for about 20,000 studies or something already.
That's across Canada or like?
Yeah, across
the world?
Canada. Our camels also just got tissue taken for that project. So
Does that hurt?
no, not really. Like, based on their size, if the animal's body is smaller, they won't be taken unless the animal had passed. These can handle a small tissue sample.
What do caribou eat?
They're herbivores, so they eat a lot of lichen and browse, so they really enjoy reaching up into the trees. They're surprisingly good at kind of climbing with their front legs.
And do they make any particular sound aside from the clicking of their heels?
Not particularly. Sometimes they do make a little bit of a snorting sound, but they're not very loud creatures.
What would eat them in the wild?
Bears,
Or-
wolves, large predators.
That's why their tactic is to stay with the group, so they stay in a herd to keep themselves safe and keep their young safe.
And when they're born, are they born like herbivores, bison and horses and goats, where they're fully formed and like ready to?
Yeah, so
Ready to
within
run?
a day, their young can actually outrun a human. So they do grow fairly quickly.
Yeah, they're such beautiful eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So big. Okay, well, I think we're done.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming to the zoo.
You're very, very welcome. Thanks for having me.